Alright guys, so today's video is going to be on Accutane, which is basically the atomic bomb of acne medicines. I actually took it twice, and I'm going to talk to you guys about both of my experiences. So let's rewind to when my acne first started. I remember it first starting and popping up when I was about 13 years old. The first thing I tried was Proactive, of course, because that was the biggest thing on TV at the time. And it didn't really help, but it definitely picked up the dirt that was on my skin. I do remember that. And throughout the time I would try different face washes and stuff, but I just really felt like nothing was actually getting rid of it. It was just kind of calming it down. And when I was 16, I actually got a gift from someone, and it was a chemical peel at a dermatology place, and I had a really bad experience with that. Basically my skin flared up super bad. It ended up being worse than it was, and that just was not fun at all. So ever since then I just don't mess with chemical peels like that. So like I said, it wasn't terrible, but at the age of 19 is when it really did flare up and get its worst and really turn into cystic acne. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the symptoms and basically what started happening. So I would get little tingles in my face, and basically my body was telling me that there was going to be a pimple there, like either within 24 hours or the next day I wake up. My acne was the worst around the jawline and the cheeks. I do still have some scars there, but they're not too bad, and honestly I would have rather had this than what I used to have. There used to be times where I wouldn't even want to look in the mirror. I think the longest I waited to look in the mirror was like a week once. There was also times when my skin was so sensitive and inflamed that when the water would hit my face in the shower, it would cause it to tear or pop the pimples, and my face would bleed in the shower. I also remember when it was at its worst, a lot of people would talk to me and they would start touching their face, and just like you could tell that they were just thinking about it, and that wasn't really cool either. Also, my skin was super sensitive at this time. I would wash my pillows and try not to even sleep on the side of my face because I knew anything that was touching my face would make it break out. I couldn't even shave my face with a regular shaver. I had to end up buying an electric shaver just to make sure I didn't cut my face and leave any scars, which I kinda did a little bit in the beginning, but there's no noticeable scars from that anymore. Basically, I didn't have a single day where I didn't have a pimple on my face. Keep in mind, this was cystic acne, it wasn't just regular acne. My whole face was full of red pimples everywhere. So I'm going to talk to you guys about what I tried to get rid of it. Like I said, I tried pretty much everything out there in the store, like face wash wise, and none of it really worked. So I ended up going to the dermatologist, and she gave me an anti-inflammatory pill which was supposed to help calm it down. It did help a little bit, but I just felt like it really wasn't going to solve the problem. So she ended up prescribing me an iso cream, which is basically isotretinoin but in a gel, and that did help a lot, but I still felt like that wasn't going to solve the problem, and I just really wanted something where I could be more like a normal person and not feel like I had to do a 10-step routine and always have to worry about going to sleep with a clean, washed face. So I ended up taking the Accutane pills. The actual brand was Clarivis or Claveris or something like that. I ended up taking that for I think 8 months, and it was 2 pills. I can't remember the exact dosage, but it varies depending on person because it's based off of your body weight. So the side effects that I had, of course, I had dry lips and dry skin, because that's basically what it does. It basically dries you out, and you basically turn into a snake and just start shedding and peeling your skin off. Basically, it makes it so acne can't even live on your skin. My lips were dry every 30 minutes, and basically every 30 minutes to an hour I would have to put Aquaphor on them. I found the Aquaphor worked the best for my lips, so definitely give that a try if you're going to take Accutane. So the brand for the lotion and cream that I would use is CeraVe. That was one of the highly recommended ones I could find online, so that's what I used, and I really liked that one. I still use that one today. My eyes were dry most of the time, so I did have to buy lubricating drops for my eyes. And pretty much every day I would have a gallon or a big container of water, because basically you're super dehydrated, and that's like one of the most important things that you need to be doing when you're taking this pill is just stay hydrated. And basically I would drink a whole bunch of water throughout the day because you really need to stay hydrated when you're taking this stuff. So 2 more symptoms that I had. One of them is my skin was way more fragile, and I noticed that it would cut or tear, and I would just get more cuts than I used to. And for me, one of the biggest side effects it had was it really affected my energy levels. I remember before taking the medicine, I felt super hyper and just full energy all the time. And then once I started taking it, I basically felt like a normal older person, like all that energy was gone. And I do kind of still struggle with energy a little bit, but it's not super bad where I want to just sleep all day. I almost forgot to talk about this, but not a lot of people talk about drinking alcohol when taking Accutane. And I can definitely talk about that because I was getting drunk every Friday and Saturday when I was on it, pretty much. And let me tell you one thing, the hangovers are way worse, and it's probably super bad on your liver because you're not even supposed to be drinking when you're taking this stuff. Do I regret it? Definitely. But I don't regret the memories, and maybe I'll regret it later in the future. But for now, I have gotten a lot of lab work done and stuff, and my liver looks fine, and I'm not dying or anything, so thank God. One thing I do remember about drinking while on Accutane is it definitely made me tired. If anyone else has experiences with drinking on this stuff, make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know how it affected you guys. So those were the short-term side effects other than the energy one. Two other long-term side effects I kind of still have is dry skin and dry lips. Not too bad, but it's definitely towards the drier side. And I personally feel like my skin is a little bit thinner than it used to be before taking the medicine. Also, my eyes are kind of dry too, so I feel like that kind of stayed a little bit. So now that I'm done scaring you guys, let's talk about the pros with Accutane. Basically, once you get so far enough into the treatment, you won't even break out anymore. If you do, it's going to be something super tiny that's going to go away super quick. It basically gives you a whole new layer of skin. And like I said, the pimples go away super quick. It's pretty awesome. You just feel like a brand new person. Now, some people's acne does come back after they take the treatment, but for me, it stayed pretty clear for a couple months. I'd say like 6 months, and then I started noticing some little breakouts up here and on the side of my face. So I decided to take a second round, and that helped a little bit, but I feel like it didn't completely solve my problems. And I went back to the drawing board, started looking up more videos and trying to learn as much as I could. And I ended up fixing my diet up a little bit. And I also tried the caveman regimen, which did help a little bit. And I really wish I would have done that before taking Accutane. I'll make a separate video on that. Cut back on the dairy. Really don't drink any milk, and if you can avoid cheese and basically any products that have milk in them, just cut them out, and you're definitely going to see an improvement in your skin. So all in all, I would say Accutane is definitely worth it. I know I was kind of scared, and my mom was definitely scared when she found out how dangerous it is and that I wanted to take it, but I personally don't think I would have my skin like this if I didn't take it. I actually don't even have that much pictures of how I used to look before because I just didn't want to even remind myself of how bad my acne was. I'll try to find some pictures and throw them up here for you guys. So if any of you guys watching this have any questions or have taken Accutane before, make sure to leave comments down below so we can help each other out, because I feel like this is something big that a lot of people always research before they take. I almost forgot to show you guys my skin post Accutane, like 2 years. My nose is a little bit red right now, which is weird because there's not really anything there, but I think it just got a little bit irritated from when I washed it in the morning. Yeah, there's really nothing there. That's how my skin looks. I like it a lot, and I will make a separate video on my skincare routine post Accutane. So that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure to like the video, please. It helps me out a lot. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit subscribe and hit that bell button. I got a whole bunch more videos coming out, so make sure to stay tuned, and thank you for watching.